reverse offset, which is basically the opposite of exercise 3. It's basically a parallel park with a trailer. For this, there's 2 free pull-ups and 2 get out and looks. Here we go. Speed is not your friend on this. Right now I'm watching to see that the end of my trailer is close to that blue cone. I want to stay away from the outer boundary on the passenger side of the vehicle. The trailer, the end of the ramp, does overhang past the rear tires on the trailer, so you don't want that overhang to reach up and bite you. Okay, now I'm watching as the end of the trailer gets close to that last cone back there. There's 2 cones, one on either side. There's a line going from the top or the midpoint of the cone to the midpoint of the other cone. 3 feet forward from that line is another 3-foot line. So I'm going to now try this. You can stop. The only time there's one stop allowed is for exercise 1, the forward offset. Otherwise, exercise 2, 3, and 4 stops are not an issue. So as I'm getting closer to the end of the vehicle there, I'm going slower. Do not let the end of the trailer go over the outer boundary. All right. Because 2 free get outs, 2 free pull ups. I now think I'm at a close distance. My first stop, unless you're really good, is to get close. The purpose of the first get out is to be close and definitely not long. The purpose of the first get out is to be close. So from here I can come back another 3 feet. But between you and me, heck, between you and me and everybody else, I can't see the end of the trailer. I don't have really good depth perception, although I've had one customer who didn't even need any sighting system. Let's talk about a sighting system. Tim, I got a question for you. What color is this blue cone? Blue. What color is the black fender?
Black.
And I call this the leading edge of the black fender. And I call this the back of the steps. Tim, what do you think would happen if the blue cone were right kind of in the middle? Or maybe a little bit closer to the steps? I think we'd be smack dab in the box. I think it's worthwhile having a sighting system other than guessing. Even though there's 2 get out and looks, it's kind of a bit deceptive if you ask me. Because after the second get out and look, you can't move the truck. Kind of stinks if you ask me. But then I didn't make the rules. Rear of the trailer, which I consider to be this, is in the 3-foot box. 3 feet, not shaving distance. We're good. Now, I've already pulled the parking brake. I've already shifted to neutral. If you're with the examiner, you get the sense that, oh man, there may be a little bit got a headache, maybe they're a little hungover, maybe they got whatever. You could say this, Mr. or Ms. Examiner, I've already pulled the parking brake. I've already shifted to neutral. Would you like me to sound the horn or can we just move on? That way, if they got a headache, they're off the hook. But you told them that you knew what you're supposed to do next. When we finish this one, I'd like to talk about something else. The basic exercise, basic control skills. The examiner should point out the frontmost part of the vehicle and the end part of the vehicle. I consider this to be the end part of the vehicle, but I've had people point out this and this and this. Now, I don't care what you think the end point of the vehicle is, because you and I don't get to vote. The only person who gets to vote on the end part of the vehicle is the examiner. Please make certain that you understand what the examiner's expectations are of the end point of the vehicle and modify your action accordingly. Okay, let's talk about backing up a trailer. Some customers come here with a significant amount of backing experience, but with a particular type of length of truck and trailer. Now, I think of backing up as a bit like dancing. It's an analogy. Work with me. Here's the analogy. Every time the length of the truck or tractor changes, this I still think of as a overgrown pickup truck, but Freightliners, Volvos, Peterbilts, Kenworths, those are technically tractors. And every time the length of the trailer changes, heck, every time the length of the connection type on the trailer changes, it's as if you have a new dance partner. And your opportunity the first couple days is to learn how to lead the new dance partner. So the first days, don't worry about counting backups. Yes, they are limited during the exam, but no, you got a new dance partner. Give yourself permission to figure out how to lead it. You're going to do great.